Okay, here we are in the round of 16. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of the map, we find our red Zerg player from AT Gaming. It is going to be Elazer. And he is facing off against his orange Terran opponent. Spawning in the top left hand corner of the map, it is going to be the only one. It's going to be the one and only YoDa. Now this is going to be pretty exciting for sure. We do see a very early supply depot come down at 8 supply. So this definitely has potential to be a very aggressive game from YoDa. And on this map, if you look at the main bases, you do see that there's a little step up here from the back of the base. You can also move around pretty easily. There's a very big area towards the natural base. You can jump in, up and down here. And of course there's this area where you can also jump in whenever you want to. The barracks has come down, still at 8 supply. This is going to be an 888 build, and YoDa needs to get damage done with this. This is a pretty all-in build. He's getting that gas geyser started. And let's see if Elazer is going to be able to hold this. If he goes for the hatchery first, it's going to be near impossible to hold this without losing crucial mining time. But the Overlord is getting awfully close. He is checking behind behind that step up right there, and he's gonna... No, he's not going to spot it, I do believe. No, it's just out of range. It's very close though. Just a little pixel more to the left. It still can happen though. No, he pulled it away in the other direction. Yeah, he's not going to see it. It's so close to the vision. But unfortunately, it's not gonna happen. And the Reaper... Oh, he did see the SCV though. Yeah, he's gonna turn around that Overlord right now. The SCV going straight to the base of Elazer, who went for that hatchery first. It's still going to be very tricky, but at least he knows what this build was. The Reaper is going to come out. The SCV production has continued once again. But how much damage will this do? Not letting a bunker go up is already going to be pretty powerful. And that SCV is one of the worst things that can happen to you if you let that bunker actually go up. First Reaper is already out. Second Reaper on the way. Bunker does get started right now. Now that it's safe to do so. Spawning pool is very close to finishing, but it's not here just yet. But that Reaper is going to be very important right now. He needs to get damage done with that for sure. And well, so far the Reaper is still at 0 kills. He shot a lot of missiles, a lot of bullets, but nothing has died off so far. But this is also going to cost a lot of money for Elazer to get all of those units turned into buildings. And that is also going to lessen all of the mining time. Finally, the first kill for that Reaper. Oh, the second kill already. And now there are 2 Reapers out. Spinecrawler is going to be here. But it's not done producing just yet. And there are now quite a few Zerglings out. The natural base is going to be up. So that's going to provide some extra mining too. Another Zergling will get picked off. And so far the hold from Elazer has been pretty top notch. And now with the Spinecrawler done, those Reapers are not going to do a whole lot. And looking at the work account, we do see that YoDa is up. But he does not have a natural base just yet. He's getting his command center right now. But the rest of his production is also going to be pretty late. Zergling speed is going to be on the way. Now with 3 Reapers here, those Zerglings are going to start melting. He has to be careful about that Spinecrawler. The Spinecrawler is also pretty low on health. But now the Queen is out, and that's going to help him quite a bit with the extra injects. And he's going to catch up pretty quickly. This was not game-ending damage whatsoever. And there's going to be a lack of production quite a bit for these players. But now 3 workers in total have been killed off. A lot of workers, a lot of units have been forced out. That Queen is getting very low on health. He's not cutting off the path just yet. Zergling speed is very close to finishing, but he wants to get the bunker. The Queen did fall. The Reapers did focus that down, and the Reapers are getting into a choke, going towards the natural base, going on the rampage, continuing it there. But one of the Reapers did get picked off, and he is going to return back home. He cannot do too much damage anymore, especially with Zergling speed being done in 1 second. There we go. It is now going to be done. The barracks will not produce all the time that it's moving down towards the natural base, and we do see a lot. 2 command centers now on the production tab. The factory is still going to come through. The Zerglings are going to go on a counterattack. Worker count will start increasing for Elazer if he really, if he just wants to macro out of this, or he can go for a baneless, try and bust the front. But I'm not quite sure if YoDa is the person you really want to do that against. The Reapers still busting their bullets, trying to get some extra Zergling kills wherever they can. And YoDa, well, it still was pretty equal. Looking at the resources lost stat, yes, Elazer has lost quite a bit more. But with going for an 8-8-8, you do sacrifice a lot of your economy. So let's see if you can make this happen. The first Hellion did just pop 2 more Hellions on the way. Well, there are already 2 Hellions out even. Natural base is going to be taken. But there's nothing that Elazer can really do about this. 2 Hellions and 2 Reapers doing a lot of damage against Zerglings, of course. But the drone count will start increasing for Elazer. Will he be able to get at least a little bit of damage on? No, he has to get out of there. Not enough Zerglings to really punish this build from YoDa at this point. Spinecrawler has been moved towards the front. It's slowly regenerating those hit points. But now even a Banshee has come out. Elazer is going to try and attempt to take that high yield base, but that is going to be very awkward to take, especially against this Banshee that is going to have Cloak very soon. Hellions are going to be sent forward. Oh, those Zerglings could go for a flank, but that's... Oh, those drones were so incredibly lined up. Did get a nice volley of them. Finally, the Reapers do get picked off, and will he get this around on the Hellions? He gets one of them. And the last Hellion, well, 1 Hellion against this amount of Zerglings is not going to cut it. More Hellions are made their way through. First Banshees are already out. Now it's not here just yet. But he's trying to get a nice round on those Hellions. He did pick off a fair few of them. 3 Hellions were picked off, but he lost a lot of Zerglings doing that. Now Hellions behind this mineral line going to make it impossible to mine from. This is a very greedy attempt for Elazer. And I don't think that it's going to work out too well for him. Overlord will get killed off, which means that there's not going to be high ground vision anymore. And that Banshee is just going to be more and more annoying. The lair, did it already start? No, their lair did not even start yet. There's no Spore Crawler in any of the bases. It's not on the production tab at all even. And this Banshee is going to do a whole lot of damage. Cloak is done, and he has nothing to contest it. The Banshee will focus on that Spine Crawler, trying to take it out. So the Bioforces and the Hellions can move forward behind this. Zerglings did try and go for a counterattack, but not too much damage was done with that. YoDa was ready for it. Zerglings are going to try and hammer down on these Hellions. There are not enough Zerglings to really deal with it. At least one of them does get killed off. The other 2 do survive with a few hit points. Banshee had 3 kills, and of course also killing off that Spinecrawler. That is already going to be very nice for him, but he only has 11 health left. Is Elazer really going to push this back? There is a full wall up. There are engineering base here too. There are enough marines here to repel any attack that can come down. Only the engineering base starting now when the +1/+1 for YoDa has already started. That's not the position you want to be in, and there's no answer for these Banshees whatsoever. YoDa even trying to bust down these debris right there so he can take his 3rd base. He of course already has that command center. And looking at the current worker count, YoDa is up in workers over Elazer. And that is a moment that any Zerg player knows that they are in a pretty bad position. But he does not know about the exact worker count, of course. Just knows that it's pretty bad. Now the Banshee is going to fly into that main base, trying to get the extra damage done. YoDa pulling ahead, 20 supply right now. And I believe from this point forward, it looks like a big snowball effect. YoDa's macro is impeccable in this game. Lair at least is done, but no Overseers on the production tab. No Overseers on the map even, I do believe. Yeah, no Overseers whatsoever. 11 Overlords are out, but no Overseers. So the armory also being produced, so he can go straight into +2/+2 once the 1/1 is done. He has that in very good timing already. Banelings going to be added on with the Baneling speed too, and the Spire going to come through. But his economy, the economy of Elazer, has not been the best all game anyway. But the Spore Crawler will get the damage done. Does take out the Banshee, a little bit sloppy, but he was focusing of course on these Hellions that are going to be transformed into Hellbats now too. Wants to go for round number 2. He needs a lot of Banelings. Baneling speed is not going to be a factor because it's not even going to be close to finishing up. But the Marines behind this mineral line, they are going to get some damage done. They have to evacuate once again, interrupting the mining time. And he does have that fourth base. He can go towards it mine a long distance for a little bit, but this base is going to be pretty much sacked at this point. He cannot hold on to it anymore. But at the same time, YoDa is now 50 supply up over Elazer. The 888. Well, did not do the most amount of damage. Still was relatively equal after that. But third base at this location. So much lost mining time from that position too. Actually does go down. Creep spread is looking decent, but that is only going to tell Elazer that there is more units going to come his way that he cannot deal with at this point. There are quite a few Banelings, there are quite a few Zerlings here, but he needs Miraculous Detonation. That was a pretty good detonation, but it's still not going to be enough. The healing from the Medevacs definitely helping out quite a bit. Marauders still remain alive. All of the Zerglings have been cleaned up. All the Banelings have detonated, and the stream of reinforcements is going to come through. It's not looking good at all for Elazer, and it looks like YoDa is going to qualify for the quarterfinals of today's Go4sc2 Cup. The evolution chambers are not even going to go down. It's just waiting for the GG, because without Banelings you cannot deal with this army cost efficiently. Not a single Mutalisk was made in this game, and not a single Mutalisk, of course, was lost. The Spire was made. There's going to be the GG and the well played. YoDa moving forward to the quarterfinals of today's Go4sc2 Cup number 397.